Hi guys, welcome to Geek Coding Academy. Today we'll see file input and output operations, chapter 7.3. So let's get started. So in our previous video, we talked about on introduction to Java IO and also types of streams. So in this video, we'll see particularly file related file related IO operations. So let's get started. So what do you mean by file IO? Means input and output operations performing on files related like folders, files, etc. And these in Java, especially in Java, provide a file class. Okay, the file class in Java is an abstract class which provide a file and directory operations. Okay, so using this class, we can able to check if the file or directory exist, get the properties of file and directories like a name of file or name of directory, size, last modified time, all details of related to these folder or files, and we can manipulate a system objects like renaming in a old directory or deleting a directory, etc. So let's see what all the operations we have. So this is one of the example of file operations where, as you can see, this is a file class where I'm creating in a new file with in the it accepts a path of a file. Okay, here I'm not giving in any path. I'm just giving a name of file. If you provide a name of file, it will create automatically um, a file or a folder in the same location where our program lies. So if you want if you want a file operation into a different location, we have to provide a fully qualified location path. Okay. So here what I'm doing is I'm just trying to create a text file example using this file class. So where I'm just using the methods available in this file abstract classes. Um, so this file class, sorry, if file dot exists, that means I'm just checking if the already an example dot text file is present, then I'm just printing a file exists. Otherwise, file doesn't exist. Okay, I'm not creating any new. I'm just creating like actually what it will do is if there is no file exist example dot text, it will automatically create a file. Okay, when we do any write operations. Okay, here I'm not doing any write operation, just I'm checking if the file exists or not. Okay, let's see. 1 second. Okay. Okay. So what all other operation we can able to do with this file IO is creating, deleting, navigating. We can create a new directory or a new file. We can delete an existing directory or an existing file, or we can navigating files and directory like one from one directory to another directory. We can able to navigate. And similar way, how we are manually working with directories and or copying files or creating a file or deleting file. Similarly, through program we can able to do using this file class. Okay. So create new files or directories will be done using this create new file method or mkdir, that is make directory, or mkdirs, that make directories methods available. And deleting files or directories we can use directly a delete method. So navigate file hierarchies by working with file path and directory structure. So if you want to navigate between different folders, we need a complete fully qualified paths and directory structures. Then we can able to use this file class to navigate from one folder to another folder. Okay. So let's see an example. So here I'm using in a file class. I'm creating in a directory, means a folder here with a name as a new directory. And in if statement, I'm just doing dir.mkdir. That is dir is my variable name here. I'm calling this method called make directory. So automatically it will create a folder. Okay. In the location where my program lies, because here I'm just giving in a name. I'm not giving in a fully qualified path name. If I want to create a directory in a different folder apart from the my program, I have to give the fully qualified names. Okay. So here after that system.out.println, I'm just printing created a directory successfully. So else if something goes wrong, it will print it as an failed to create a directory. Okay. And also reading and writing files. These reading and writing files, we have done a like in my previous video, I extensively explained how to read and write files. What are the types of reading data and everything. Please watch that video prior to this. Here we are just only focusing on file operations. Okay, reading and writing files are of two types. If my content is of type image, videos, or something like that, which is not human readable, I could have used these byte level operations. If it's a human readable that I need encoding and everything, I could go with a character level operations. Okay. So for byte level operation, we have in a streams like a file input stream and file output stream. But for character operations, we have in a file reader and file writer. Let's see one by one. So byte level operations. So this will handle wrap binary data. Typically, we use input stream and output stream. This input stream and output stream is actually an abstract class. For that, we have an implementation classes that is file input stream and file output stream. So file input stream is to read bytes from a file. As the name suggests, like input stream, it takes data from the file. File output stream, it writes back data to a file. Okay. So this is an example. And wherever, guys, wherever we are using this file operation, we have to use a try catch because it's a developer duty to handle. Because we can't give you a guarantee whether the file, because whenever if the file was not present, our program should not terminate abruptly. It should we have a catch block to handle this type of encryption. Okay. So in try, what I'm doing is I'm using in a file input stream class where I'm passing the file name input.txt. So I'm telling a program that there is an input.txt file. I'm just giving that information to my file input stream. And for a file output stream also, I'm initialized. I created an object for file output stream, and I'm giving an information that output text file. This is an output file. I'm giving an information to this file output stream. Next, what I'm doing is I'm just taking on the integer. It's a byte data. So all data in Java it operate on integer only. So while I created this while loop, while byte data, I'm putting data from my input file to this variable byte data. Okay, byte data is equal to fis dot read, fis, that is file input stream dot read. So that read method, what it will do is it will pass byte by byte data. Okay, until if data finishes or if it reaches the end of the data, there is no more data available, then it will pass -1. Okay, so this is what condition I'm checking here in a while loop, where byte data means my variable, I'm just passing input data that is present inside my input.txt file, fis.read. So till end, you may think that's why I'm using my not equal to that of -1. Okay, once it reaches at end, it will that read method will provide me a -1. Okay, so that data I'm taking, I'm just not doing anything, just I'm writing back the data to my output file, that is output.txt, the file name. For that, I'm using this file output stream fos dot write method, and I'm passing this byte data to it. So automatically it will write the data to output text. Okay. If something goes wrong, I'm just catching up here. In the catch, just I'm printing the print stack trace. I'm not doing anything. But in real time, we can use this catch block to furthermore operations, and also we need a finally block to release all the resources. So let's see. So this is about byte level operations. Let's see about character level file operations. Okay. So character level, I already told, even character data is also, character means a human readable format data. It may be a text, it may be like a human readable. Okay. So we can use byte data, byte byte operations only for accessing this character also. That will work. But why in Java specialize there is a separate stream, there is a separate a window to access only the character is because the characters may have a different encoding. Okay, in Java we are using a Unicode. In somewhere we are using UTF-8. A lot of different encodings, right? To preserve the encoding, we need a certain implementation. So that's why we have these character level file operations. Okay, these level file operations have this reader and writer abstract classes, and this reader and writer will have a file reader and file writer child classes or implementation classes. If you use this file reader and file writer, as the name suggests, we can able to read and write the character data. So here, similarly, I'm using a try catch where input.txt file I'm putting into my file reader, and output.txt file I'm putting into my file writer. Initialized an integer variable character data. For that character data, I'm putting byte character by character data, that is using a fr.read method from input to file. till end. That's why I'm using not equal to that of -1. So once it's reached end, it will give me a -1. Then this loop will break. The control will come out of the loop. Till the data is there, it will inside in this loop. And I'm using a file writer fw dot write method to write my data into my output file. Okay. This is about character level file operations. So this is all about theory. So let's go for a practical so that you'll understand more. Okay. So I created a file operation class, as you can see. So here I created a class called file operations. Here I mentioned all the type of operations. So I created different methods inside a main method. So this is a main class. We have a main method. So inside main method, I have a different methods I created. One is for file class operations. So that creating a directory, creating a file. Okay. After that, byte level file operations means reading a data from a non-text type of data like image data or video data or even text data without encoding. And third one is character level file operations. That is particularly related to character type of data, human readable form of data. So let's see one by one methods. First, file class operations. So in file class operation, what I'm doing is just I created a file class object of file where I'm passing this um, file name example.txt. So this is actually a path name we have to give. Now I'm just giving in a file name. So what path it will take is the path of this program. This program present in some path, right? There only it will create example.txt. Using a try catch, that is mandatory we have to use. In if, I'm just using create new file, file dot create new file method. So what it will do is it will try to create a file. So once it's created, it will print file created with a file name. It will return as the file name, file dot get name. If the file already exists, so it will not create, it will come into an else block and it will say file already exists. Okay. If there is any exception, it will go into in a catch block. Similarly, I created one more object of file where I'm just now I'm passing just a directory name. Here I'm just creating in a directory dot mkdir, that is make directory. Like previous case, I'm creating in a file. Here I'm creating in a directory. Directory means folder. You can consider like that. So if folder got successfully created, I'm just printing it as a directory created or folder created with this name. If the directory or folder already available, I'm just saying it's already exist and or failed to create. So after that, finally, I'm just checking in existence. Like we have a method called exist. So if you do that, it will tell us that if it's exist, like file.exist means if it's exist, it will give us a true, otherwise false. So this is about file class related operations means creating a folder or creating a file. Let's see byte level file operations means reading and writing in a byte level. So here, what I do is I just first initialized two files input.dat, that is data format is anything. It may be anything, video, image, anything. I'm just taking here input.dat data format. There is an input file and output.dat, there's an output file. So right now I don't have these two files also, but what it will do is like in input file output stream first, I'll do file output stream. I created an object for file output stream where I'm just passing my input.dat because I don't have a both the file I don't have. First I need to create a files and for input I should have some data, right? So for that I using an output stream to put some data to my input file. That's why I'm passing an input file information here, that is input.dat, where I'm just writing this information using a write method fos dot write byte level file operations. This information I'm writing here. This may be a text now or showing demo. I'm using in a text data only, but it can be in any data because this is a byte level operation. It can be an image or video or anything. Okay. Um, so this byte level file operation, this is in a string, right? String dot get bytes. I got in bytes. Bytes means it will be in um, uh, byte format. That is all characters are represented in byte. That like for C, we have some a number present for that. Similarly. So this byte level file operation is maybe a text here, but it will convert back to into a get bytes in byte format, and it will write into my input file, input.dat file. If there is an exception, I'm just catching up here exception and printing the stack trace where the exception has occurred. So after that, what I'm doing is like now my input data file got created and it has data in it. If there is no file, what it will do is this file output stream. First, it will create a file and it will put a data to it. Okay. Now it has added data to my input dat. What I'll do is I'll copy this data from an input to output file. Okay. For that, I need a input stream to read. Input stream is to take data from input file, which I previously added. For that, I'm using a file input stream and passing this input file. And file output stream, I'm passing an output file now because I want to write data from input to output file. Okay. Similarly, I taken a byte data variable, which is of type int, while byte data takes value from input date dot read method will provide the data to it till end. That's why I'm using not equal to that of -1. After that, fos dot write byte data. I'm writing that whatever data present in my input file to my output file. This is just like copying from input to output file. So once it's done, I'm printing data successfully copied from input to output file. If there is an error, I'm catching up here in the catch block. So this is about byte level. Let's see character level file operations. So character level file operation, what I'm doing is here it's similar to byte level only, but here I'm taking in a text files, that is human readable data format. So where similarly input text and output text in try catch block, first I'll use a, there I'm using file output stream. Here I'm using a file writer. That's the difference. So it will preserve the encoding. So file writer, I'm passing an input file. Why for file writer I'm passing an input file? Because I want to write some data to input. Then I need to copy that data from input to output, right? So fi dot write character level file operations. Here you can see just I'm writing fw dot write directly the string I passed here and it will automatically convert and take it. But here you see when I'm writing, I just have to convert it back to a byte format. Yeah, you can see here, I'm just converting it in a get bytes using this method and converting this string into a byte format. Then I'm writing because here we are operating only on byte level, but here character level, right? So directly I can able to store this entire string. Okay, so there is an exception. I got an exception. So later I created one more try catch, and there I use a file reader to read the input file and file writer to access the output file, where I initiated this variable char data. The char data will take a line by line data fr read until it ends, until it reaches end. It will give us the -1. Then our program will terminate. Sorry, it will come out of the loop. Till then, it will write into an FWO, that is for file writer, which is pointing to output file. So output file, it will write data what is present in my input file. So means it will just copy data from an input file to an output file. So after that, I'm printing data successfully copied from input file to output file. If there is an error, I'm catching up here. So let's run this program and we'll see. Okay, you can see here, file class operations. First, file created example.txt. My program lies in this folder. You can see here example.txt file has created. I'm just created a file. I didn't added any data to it. So that's why an empty file got created. Okay. After that, an example directory got created. Okay. I just given simply an example. One second. Yeah, example directory. I'm not giving any fully qualified path name. So what it will create is it will create a folder in where our program lies. Some program lies in this directory. So it will create here. Yeah, see here example directory it has got created. After that, I'm checking if those are exist or not. Yeah, file exists because it has created now only example text, and directory also exists. Yeah. Okay. So let's say byte level operations. So byte level operation, I created this input dot and output dot. For input dot, I added some data and I copied that data from input to output dot. You can see here input dot byte level file operations. In output dot, we have a byte level file operations. Okay. Similarly, for character level operations, data successfully copied from input txt to output txt. And also I created a both these files. Let's see input txt character level operation and output txt text file character level operations. Okay. So this is about creating these. Let's run one more time. Let's see because this directory and file already exist in file level up file class operations. What it will do, we need to see. Okay. Let's run one more time. As you can see, file already exists, directory already exists. Okay, and this reader and writer and file output reader, file output stream and file input stream will automatically do their jobs. So guys, this is about file related IO operations. In this today video, we saw how to create a directory and how to create a file, how to put data to a file, how to copy data from one file and put it to another file, what methods we need to use. If it's a text file, we have to go for character level operations. If it's a non-text file, we have to go byte level. This is another visa. So this is all about file IO, guys. In my next video, I'll come with an other concept. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share this video to your friends and colleagues. And please turn on notifications. So whenever I upload a new video, you'll get an instant message to your mobile. So this is all about today's concept, today's video. I'll meet you guys in my next video. Till then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you. Bye bye.